morning. Stop it. We've got our... What did you think of the Bircher muesli? What did you think of it?
I liked it.
Yeah?
You just forgot to add the sweetness.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think if I...
Well no, you test it and see what you think. I might be wrong. Because it's got fruit. You add fruit and then it's fine.
I've literally just cleaned my teeth, so it just is so strong of toothpaste.
I've got a chia seed in the brace thing at the back of my teeth now.
To me this tastes right, but you can add maple syrup. I'll do yours with maple syrup next time. Because I'm not a massive sweet tooth. Tastes really good. So, good morning. This is some Bircher muesli. I'll leave the link to the recipe below. I made this yesterday, so you can see that in my last vlog. I didn't do a proper meal prep video, but I did roughly show you what I did. This week we are trying to clear out the cupboards. I have been decluttering the house, if you saw that series, and it made me realise how much food that we have in the cupboards, and made me want to get organised with it, because I do a lot of recipe testing and a lot of recipe videos, and that means that you end up buying a lot of food. And sometimes it's the case that I'm like, I want to film this tomorrow, I want to test this tomorrow, we run to the shop, we get the ingredients, not realising that we have some already buried in the pantry. And so I'm making an effort to be more organised with it and make changes so that we can be more organised with work and also be organised with our personal life, just having food ready, meal prepping, relieving the stress from it. Because I really, really love to cook from scratch and live a healthy lifestyle that works for me. And I know that lots of you, that is your goal as well. And it's difficult to fit that in unless you're organised. And I'm not going to pretend that it's easy to always cook everything from scratch and, you know, live a really healthy lifestyle and do all these things and just do it on a whim, because all of us have jobs and lives and things going on, mental health, that mean it can be tricky sometimes. So I'm learning as I get older that the best way to do it is to actually treat it almost, it's like another part of my job, which I'm lucky for. I'm going to acknowledge that it is a part of my job, so it does make it more motivating for me compared to a lot of you watching who it's nothing to do with your job. So I completely acknowledge that. That is a huge motivator. But I'm treating it like I treat my to-do list. So I'm on a Friday planning my week of meals, putting it on Any List, which is an app that really helps for that, and deciding what we're going to eat. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be literally just look in the pantry, give yourself half an hour, look in your pantry, look in your fridge, look in your freezer, decide what you're going to have and write it down. Write it down in a pen and paper and save yourself some money. Do a bit of meal prep, even if it's just, it took me 45 minutes on Sunday to do that. Even if it's just 45 minutes, get it done, and then the rest of the week you're going to feel prepared and you're going to be able to stick to the things that you want to stick to. So if you have a goal this year to cook more from scratch and to eat more fresh foods, eat more plants, anything that is a goal, it can fit in if you just take that little bit of time. It's like anything in life, you just need to take that little bit of time. Same applies to exercise, like planning in workouts, or if you're trying to meditate, or if you're trying to read more, any hobby or any habit, you just need to take the time to structure and organise it. So with that said, we're doing a cupboard clear out. I've written down everything that's in my fridge, freezer and pantry and planned the week of meals, done my meal prep, and we've got so much food to get through. I feel like we could do it again next week and maybe just top up a few of the essentials. So breakfast is Bircher muesli. I also want to show you something I just picked up on my walk, which is very exciting. So it is wild garlic season. So I picked up a bunch of wild garlic. I didn't get loads because I didn't have a bag with me, but it's always good if you're foraging to make sure only take the amount that means it doesn't even notice you've taken any. And yeah, this is a small handful. I'm just soaking it to clean it off. And at some point today or tomorrow, I'm gonna make some wild garlic pesto. So stay tuned for that. I'm just gonna wing it based on a pesto recipe that I usually follow. And I can have that with some bread this week or something. I'm also having protein shake. This is Form Nutrition, vanilla. Delicious. So that's breakfast. It's 1:15 and it's lunchtime, and I was planning on making dal for lunch today and bulk making it so it's kind of like part of the meal prep. but I thought it made a lot more sense to eat what I prepped yesterday because it'll be fresher. So I'll have this maybe today and tomorrow, and then I'll meal prep dal, which is maybe what I will do moving forward with meal prep. Do sort of like most of it on Sunday and then do like one extra midweek so that the food can stay really fresh. But this is some sweet potato with lots of herbs and spices. I think it's got like paprika and cumin, salt and pepper, mixed herbs, maybe some chili, and then some baked tofu. And this was a mixture of smoked tofu and normal tofu, and then I seasoned it with some chili sauce that I wanted to use up that's been in the fridge for so long. We bought it and then we didn't love the taste of it. It's very spicy and it doesn't have a lot of flavour. Some soy sauce, I think I put some flour in there, salt and pepper, and maybe it was as simple as that. Oh no, it's got sesame oil. So I'm probably gonna actually have half of this because I am hungry. This looks so great. Oh, this is just the dream. It's like I've got my own little salad bar. So I'm gonna quickly microwave that and then I'm gonna add some dressing and kimchi. I really would like to dig into Alex's bread because look at it, but it doesn't really go with this meal. He made a big loaf yesterday. Look at this. I think I'm gonna have to make dal tomorrow so that I can have it with the bread. Maybe we can have some bread with dinner this evening. I've forgotten what is dinner this evening, but I think I'm gonna have to have some bread with it because it's too delicious. I'm gonna pop some seeds on top. A nice handful of kimchi. Kimchi is so good for you because it's fermented. So it's really great to have some fermented food in your diet, if you can. That's like in the form of sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha. If you're not vegan, I think kefir. I'm not sure because I don't know. But there's lots of different fermented foods and you can even do your own at home. I really want to make some sauerkraut or some pickled red onions. And this is my dressing, which was tahini, bit of maple syrup, lemon juice or lime juice, salt and pepper, and I think harissa, and I think that was it. It was a really simple one. But tahini I find just tastes so good with sweet potato and tofu. And this harissa, so good. And fun fact, if you're afraid of fat or you're trying to move away from diet culture and sort of expand, fat is such a great food to include in your diet because it helps you absorb vitamins from vegetables. So it's a bonus to your meal. It really helps to absorb the nutrients. So there's nothing wrong with adding tahini, avocado, olive oil, all these good fats. They're really wonderful for your body and for your hormone health as a woman too. So don't be afraid of fats because I know there was a time when I really was. Here's how it's looking. Absolutely delicious. This is my idea of a perfect lunch and I'm so happy that it was made instantly for me. So there you go, let's dig in. That harissa tahini dip, that's something I'm going to be making again and again. Oh my gosh, I'm so full. My eyes were bigger than my stomach, is that the phrase? So got a little bit left over. I always like to share when this happens, if I like go back for more, if I leave a bit, because intuitive eating is important, and it's important if you're like trying to work on your relationship with food, like I just mentioned, to listen to your body and try and like regain those cues. So like really sitting and thinking, am I full or am I hungry still? They're both just as important. It's important not to like overstuff your mouth just because your plate has food in it, just as much as it's important to have some more food if you're still hungry. And I struggle with both of those things because I struggle with overeating, emotional eating, and also I struggle with, not so much, but in the past I would definitely struggle with trying to feel like, oh, I shouldn't have more. And it's important to try and heal that in yourself and question whether you're like eating because you're emotional, because it's on your plate, or because you're stressed, or if you're under eating for the same kind of reasons. Just having awareness. It doesn't need to be perfect. You still might overeat or undereat because your emotions will get the better of you, but having that awareness, almost like you're looking over at yourself when it comes to any anxieties you have, is really helpful because it helps you to reflect and look at it and have a bit more of like an objective view of something that you're going through. And I just wanted to share that because that's a good example of me in the past. I would have just been like, I'm just going to finish it because it's on my plate, or because it feels good to feel full, but I'm actually stuffed So I can put this back, because actually that was a lot of tofu. So I'm gonna put this back and then have it tomorrow. It's literally the smallest amount as well, it's hilarious. Good evening, it's dinner time. I just had a little snack of some salt and vinegar rice cakes, they're so good, but I didn't film it, and the little seaweed, Itsu seaweed packets, honestly love them. I'm weirdly one for all the kind of airy, like the health food crisps, and I don't have them for health food reasons, I just like the taste of them. They are so good, they're basically like, what are they called again, Snacker Jacks?
Yes.
I just love the texture. It's because I think I have an obsession with popcorn. Any crisps that are like popped or this kind of texture, I just prefer. Yeah, actually, we've got those clips now. You can put a clip at the top.
Mm.
So tonight we're having miso burgers. This was a recipe from BBC Good Food because I literally just put in cabbage recipe, and this one came up. And this one came up because of the coleslaw with it. I'm gonna change the recipe like completely because I don't have half the ingredients, but I want to share this because then it'll hopefully encourage you to do the same. You don't have to follow recipes to a T, you can change them. So I've got a tin of chickpeas and a tin of black beans, because I've only got 1 tin of chickpeas and the recipe calls for 2 tins of chickpeas. I don't have carrots, so I'm going to use orange pepper, which we'll see. I'm not going to use eggs, so I'm going to use chia eggs and see if that works out. I don't have any mint, so I'm going to use parsley. I do have a mint plant, but I'm trying to this year let it grow and then next year harvest it, because I think the issue is that I keep on plucking the leaves when they're too small, so I'm just going to let them do their thing this year. And yeah, we're just playing around with the ingredients, not following anything to a T. It's more the idea of the recipe that's the plan. So let's get cooking. I think that basically I have to cook the bulgur wheat and then cook the onion and garlic, fry those for 5 minutes, add the carrots and chili, and then the spices, mash it all up and make 8 burgers, and then make the slaw by combining the ingredients. So it's going to be quite a simple recipe, hopefully. Dinner's ready. The dressing gown has gone on. The hair's gone back. I sometimes debate why I show up like this on the internet, because one day I'm going to look back and delete all of my videos because I'm going to be so embarrassed. But then this is my reality. I don't like to stay in my clothes. I want to be in my pyjamas. This coleslaw looks 10 out of 10. This is going to be such a yummy meal. And there's probably going to be leftover coleslaw as well. The one thing that COVID did do to me though, which I've just realised by the smell of this, is anything vinegary tastes a bit funny. So I think we're going to have, it says it serves 4. So I'm going to get 2 burgers and then see how, that might be quite filling. Yeah, that's probably about right. But look at this bowl of deliciousness. I did find it a bit of the recipe a little bit like, whoa, there's so many things going on. It's quite stressful. Like, that's why I love making recipes, to make them like simpler for you, so you cut out the kind of complications. Alex, I'm talking and you just burped.
I'm here!
Yeah, I felt like it was a bit faffy and there was like so many ingredients and everything was everywhere and the kitchen's now a mess. And I was going to do washing up, Alex, but you left your beer thing in there, so out of spite I didn't wash up.
That's nice. Thank you, my loving wife.
You left that in there. It's one of my pet peeves, is Alex loves to wash up his beer brewing kit in the sink and leaves it there with gross beer-filled water that smells.
If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have any beer.
Do you want some bread?
Yes. That I made.
I'm going to have the end piece because I love the end piece.
You're kind of a bum girl, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can I have some bread with my butter, please?
What? You can butter it yourself! Bloody hell. Look at that.
I'll come back if I want another.
Let me show you close up. Perfect timing.
On its last legs.
Swell's about to film. He's running the tap.
Are you filming? I'm sorry.
Here it is. You're just going to have to cope with the running tap noise. I just love how colourful it is. Oh, we need to do a taste test. Here he goes. That's mine, to be fair. Oh, I feel like we need some kind of sauce on top with the burgers. They're delish. But they are crumbly. I feel like you'd struggle if you put them inside a burger. They would just fall apart. They taste really good.
What's in it? Not vegetables, I hope.
Yes, chickpeas, black beans, pepper, onion, garlic. There's loads of spices in there, and bulgur wheat is the gist.
Okay.
Oh my god, the coleslaw.
You didn't even get me a fork.
There's one there. I feel like coleslaw is something I forget to make, but it's very easy. You don't really need to do much to it. It's delish. Some katsu mayo. This stuff, Wagamama vegan katsu mayo. It's good. Why are you using a little spoon?
I thought you'd get mad if I used a big spoon.
So not me eating it. Good morning. I'm having the same exact breakfast as yesterday, except I'm gonna have, oh, that's nice. So frothy. Except I'm gonna have my protein shake after yoga. Going to yoga in half an hour. Haven't been to yoga in like a few weeks because of having COVID. And I miss it so much. It is the one exercise class I go to that makes me feel like I just had a deep tissue massage, and I think I'm gonna start going every single week, because I at the moment go maybe every fortnight, but it's just so lovely. I think I've discovered that this birch and muesli that says it serves 4 serves 3. That's how much I've got in my bowl, which is quite a small amount, but it does fill you up, and that's a third of it. So I don't know if you had a quarter, it'd be like such a small amount of food. I'm also loving my new fleece. This is my birthday present. I absolutely love it. This is not a fashion video, but I got it in an XXXL. XXL, the biggest size, so it can be really oversized, and then I like that it has the tight bit so you can tuck it up. And I'm on my way to yoga. I'm back from yoga and lunch is exactly the same as yesterday. So literally the exact same meal. It was a bit spicy. I think I put too much spice in it when I made it. I don't know if it's the dressing or that I spiced every like individual part. Just got a nice delivery from Daston and Lily. They're compostable poo bags. Extra strong, leak proof, unscented. The packaging is recycled, made from corn. All stocked up for Roxy. And I'm gonna put my lovely new fleece back on. Did I already talk about this fleece? I just went charity shopping as well and got some really great things. They're all straight in the washing pile though, so I won't bore you with that, and I'm gonna go eat my lunch. Good morning, it's Wednesday and I'm finishing off my overnight Birch muesli. This was definitely, yeah, like I said yesterday, I'm repeating myself, but it's definitely for 3. Because like that is the portion in this bowl. It's like not that much. I don't know who would just eat a quarter of it. BBC Good Food, your measurements are off. Last night I had leftovers, the same dinner as the night before. I know I didn't show you it, but I was just having a really bad day. So I had dinner in bed, Alex heated up for me, and I was working from bed. Sometimes you just have days like that. I think it's post having COVID and getting back into work. My brain is just, ugh. That's why I didn't show it to you. I didn't really fancy being like, hey, I'm having my dinner in bed today. But breakfast. Happy lunchtime. Oh, my back door just opened. I am going to have exactly the same thing. I'm so sorry that this video is entirely me eating leftovers and eating the same thing, but to be honest, if you want to save money, if you want to cook more from scratch, if you want to make your life easier, simpler, then this is the way to do it. And as much as it's maybe a bit more interesting to watch a video where I share lots and lots of different recipes and have different food every day, that is not always easy for everyone. So hopefully the variety in my what I eat in a week is helpful for all the different people that watch my content. And this is for those of you who are busy, got kids, got a busy work schedule, you've struggled to find the time to make food from scratch. This is the reality and it's okay. Like, you don't have to have something different every day. Obviously it's beneficial to eat variety and, you know, change it up week to week, but this is good for you and it's simple. I'm loving it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna finish all of my tofu, sweet potato, broccoli today, and then tomorrow I'll make dal. And this evening we're having, I think, red pepper orzo. So there's still variety there, but this is what it's about, having lots of the same things because it makes things simple. And Alex is kind of having his own food like this week. Usually we have the same thing, so this food would have been used up, but he's been having, yesterday I think he had like baked beans on toast with the bread he made. And then, oh, what did he have the day before? Frankie is always, where is he? Always saying hello. Oh, I can't remember what he had the day before, but we haven't been shopping, so we are using up what we've got, which is great. Yummy. Smell, the smell is so good. I got some of these fun little tea blends from Bird & Blend Tea Company a while ago. This is their chocolate digestives, and I've been meaning to try them, and I'm lazy and I just have Earl Grey or chai or rooibos every day. So, well, actually no, I do have peppermint in the evenings, but these look so yummy. So this is chocolate digestives, a smooth cocoa hit with a chocolatey biscuit base, Sri Lankan black tea, cocoa nibs, cocoa shells, fenugreek, licorice, natural flavouring. So I'm going to make myself one of these. Sounds amazing. Oh, it smells so good. It actually smells properly like chocolate. And they also sent me this really nice little tea strainer, and I have quite a few of them, and this is the best by far. I don't know if you can buy these, but it actually fits in every single mug. I'm now like debating whether I should put, I'm gonna put milk in it because it is black tea. I do this with rooibos and with Earl Grey and chai because it is black tea with flavouring. Oh yeah, oh, that is the dream. It just needs a chocolate digestive, which I haven't had in so long. I used to get the dark chocolate digestives from Tesco where we used to live, but there isn't really a Tesco. We don't go to Tesco as often. Why don't we buy that? I'm gonna get Alex to buy that next time he's in Tesco. 10 out of 10. Oh, someone's ringing me. Good evening. I'm making wild garlic pesto.
Don't the clocks change this weekend?
Do they? I need to get the orzo. So I'm gonna make wild garlic pesto because I obviously picked this wild garlic the other day and it's starting to wilt because, oh, it's annoying because it's not gonna be as strong, is it? Well, it doesn't smell anywhere near what it did.
Still garlic.
Yeah, but smell it. Usually it smells so strong. I picked it the other day, but obviously we had our meals planned, so I haven't got around to using it yet. And if it's not that garlicky, I'll just make up for it with some basil. We've got a little bit of basil. Our plants are struggling though. I'm gonna put these peppers in the oven. So I'm gonna roast these peppers to go along with the orzo. I would use a jar of peppers. I'm basing this loosely on a recipe I have. That was the inspiration, except I'm changing it completely, but that's the inspiration. So I'll link that below. So I'm just gonna chop these peppers up, chuck them on a roasting tray and douse them in olive oil, salt and pepper, and roast them in the Aga. And then meanwhile, I will make the pesto and put the orzo on to cook. While those are in the oven, I'm not going to put the orzo on just yet because that only takes like 8 minutes. I'm going to attempt to make the pesto in this pestle and mortar, mainly because I don't use this pestle and mortar very much and I want to start using it more, and I feel like this is perfect for that. I'm going to use cashews and walnuts because I don't have pine nuts in the cupboard, and I think most of us probably don't have pine nuts in the cupboard, but we maybe have cashew and walnuts because I don't know, these are things that I have for more recipes, and this is I think from a Green Chef that maybe we didn't use. Why have we got this from Green Chef? Maybe it's one of those ingredients we put in the cupboard and then didn't realise to put it on top. I have no idea. I'm going to use these instead because pesto, you can make it how you like. You don't have to follow like a strict rule. And I'm just going to basically eyeball all of it and then taste it and just figure out the texture. I might regret this and the food processor might come out because it might be quite hard work. We shall see. I love the taste of lemon, so I'm going to zest a whole lemon, but you don't need to do that much. Do it according to your taste preference. At some point this foraging season, I might write up an actual recipe on my website for wild garlic pesto and measure out the perfect combination of ingredients for you. I'm going to do the juice of half the lemon to begin with, having said that, because I don't want to overpower the flavours. This is a workout after the gym. I'm also going to throw in some Violife vegan parmesan. Not too much because it is quite a strong flavour, this parmesan. I do like it, but it is very strong, be warned. Okay, I would recommend you use a food processor. How long has it been? It's been quite a while, so I will check back with you when I've got a good paste. I caved and used a little blender because using the pestle and mortar with wild garlic is difficult because obviously it's stringy, so it was just staying like spinach, and it tastes way better now it's all blended. I added a bit extra salt and cashews and just tasted it and adjusted it to my preference. So you could follow a recipe or you could just sort of wing it and taste it and test it. I did use this olive oil, but this is quite a bitter olive oil. But maybe that's because I'm British, and if you are Italian,
Sounds Italian, yeah.
maybe you would be used to this flavour. So I think it's a bit too bitter for me. This nifty little thing, I actually get out more than I get my food processor out because it's so easy. You just plug that in, so it's really light, and then it's just this little bowl, which is way easier to wash up. I think it was from, where's it from, Alex? Salsa, that's it. I have a lot of salsa things. Got it the wrong way round. I'll show you how it works. You literally just put this on top. And I think it came with a couple of other attachments maybe, or bases, and you just, like this with one hand. So you can chop things with it, so you can chop vegetables with it, like red onion or whatever, and make little pastes. I will say that it won't make like hummus really smooth because it's obviously a very small little food processor, but it's so great for chopping. I think it's designed as a little chopper. Great for chopping and great for sort of stuff like pesto that's meant to be a bit lumpy. But I'm gonna put the orzo on to cook now, check on my peppers in the oven, turn them a little bit, and then we can combine everything at the end. I have drained the orzo, and now I'm gonna add the pesto bit by bit. Hopefully we'll have leftovers. Let me look at the peppers. They're looking perfect. Listen to that sizzle. So this oven glove is more like a oven glove for looks. Annoyingly, some of the orzo has stuck to the bottom. And I'm doing this off the heat as well. You don't need to have this on the heat or anything. I think that this is going to be the garlickiest meal of our lives because I had one tiny little spoon and my mouth is on fire with garlic. Oh, of course I dropped it everywhere. I always manage to do that. And especially if I'm filming. There it is, looking so good. I wish the lighting was better and I wish you could smell it. So delicious, wow. This would be so good with mushrooms as well, or aubergines, wow. Or rigatoni, or any kind of pasta. Or even like spaghetti or tagliatelle. We've got a whole load left, so we can put that in a sterilised jar. Yay! Almost forgot the most important bit. Taste test. Oh my goodness. That is one of the nicest meals I've had in so long. This reminds me of being on holiday because I think that I'm still a little bit brainwashed, you know, by diet culture when it comes to olive oil. So for this recipe, I was like, I'm going to use so much olive oil because it really affects the taste of a dish. And this is what it tastes like when you go to a restaurant because they always use so much oil, don't they? If you're in Italy or in Greece or even the south of France. And it makes such a difference. Olive oil is not bad for you. It's so good for you. The Mediterranean diet is so healthy. We all know this. Please try it.
Where's my fork?
Please try that because that is so yummy.
Ooh.
I'm going to put a bit of parmesan on top. Put some parmesan on top.
No, thank you.
There's a little bit in there. How good is that? And it's so fresh. The fact that we just picked this up down the road.
Front door's not closed.
Yummy. I'm going to go enjoy this and watch The Bachelor.
And it starts right now.
Who else is watching The Bachelor this year?
Ah, it's hot.
Someone actually asked me where I watch it. I watch it on Amazon Prime. I think I've got a Hulu subscription. I don't torrent it because they were like, how do I get it? I want to watch it. But yeah, I just watch it on Amazon Prime. You do have to pay for that subscription though. Though I think my mum might still be paying for it.
I think she might be.
Yeah. Did you just put more pesto in yours?
Put a blob on top.
Good afternoon. I am making... Why am I being so odd? Good afternoon. I am making some toast for lunch. Obviously the plan I mentioned was to make some dal, but it is 20 to 1. I'm having a bit of an anxious day. My brain is being anxious and playing tricks on me, so I do not have the energy to think about cooking dal. I might do it tomorrow though. I don't know, it may be one of those things that doesn't end up happening this week, which is fine, it happens. Alex made this lovely loaf of bread that needs to be eaten that have the biggest slices on planet Earth. So I'm gonna have a slice of that. I'm gonna fry up these mushrooms that need to be eaten. Oh, I think I'll throw some tomatoes in there, artichoke, and the lovely pesto, and have that all on top of toast, which will be yum. There is a storm outside, so it is now pitch black in this kitchen. But here is my lunch, show you by the window so you can actually see it. This smells so yummy, and my breath is gonna stink after this because the amount of garlic that's on here. I shoved some artichokes in there at the end and put some seeds on top. This is gonna be a messy bite, isn't it? I will never get tired of every different variation of mushrooms on toast. Dinner is very fast. I've just made some wild garlic pesto. I did ask if you wanted some.
Yeah, no, I've decided I do.
With some rigatoni because it's a bit late. I went to see my friends this afternoon, so come home a bit late, just shoved some cherry tomatoes, and we've still got so much left, so that's like the perfect little dinner. Good afternoon. It is 1:20 and I haven't had any food yet. This happened last time I did a food video. I only had like a brownie on Friday. Maybe that's because on Fridays I'm like, done. And I just forgot, quite literally forgot to have breakfast. Does this happen to any of you? Do some days you just forget because you get carried away? Like, it's not common because I'm so like, I love breakfast. It's like my favorite. But this does happen to me sometimes and I'm a bit like, why does this happen? Anyway, part of it was because I went out to get my nails, so I'm going to show them to you because they're Easter themed. Look how cute. I went for all these lovely pastels with the little swirls on them. Love them. I'm going to make lunch now and it's going to be very much using up what's left in the fridge. Let me show you our fridge. So this may look like a full fridge to some, but we have barely anything in here. So the top shelf is all condiments that kind of just live there forever. Same as in here. You know, it's like maple syrups and brown sauces and mango chutneys and harissa, all that kind of stuff. This is all drinks and my Simproof. And then we've just got butter, tofu, pesto. We've got loads of grapes, jam, vegan cheese. This was some vegan cheese Alex like bought online. And then there's a block of normal cheese, which I don't know if any of you have seen in the fridge before. And I always think this when I show you my fridge, I'm like, they're going to see the cheese and wonder. We also give Frankie his medicine in cheese because it's the only thing that he has the medicine in. Everything else doesn't work. We've got some ready rolled puff pastry, some mushrooms, celery, and a sad looking avocado. And then quite a few spices actually. I think Alex bought these other day, so he kind of cheated. I didn't actually ask him to do that. So he's kind of broken the rules of the game this week. But I think I'm gonna have these mushrooms. Whoops. This tofu. And maybe an onion. There's a little bit of onion here. And is there any onion up here? I'll have this lemon. So we're truly gonna use everything up in here. Is that mouldy? No. It's a bit shriveled, but it's not mouldy, so I'll use that up. What can I put with it? Maybe... Shush. Oh, I know. We can have this on top and I'm just going to fry that together. And... oh, I really want the pesto. I would just love right now just to have, I've had it like 2 days in a row, this pasta with the pesto. But I'm going to make something different because I can't keep having that. I wish we had a little rice pouch, but I don't think we do. So, you know, Alex has actually gone shopping. He's naughty. He's gone and bought himself pot noodles. What is he like? He's gone and bought pot noodles. And these, oh, I would literally love one of those right now. We don't have anything instant in terms of rices and things. I think all of these rices take forever, like brown rice takes so long. I'll have a think and get back to you. I found this pouch. Is it gone off though? No. So I'm gonna have this with it. It's some pui and green lentils.
And returned to good old straightforward butter. But the choice is yours.
The choice
Chapter
is
5.
yours. here is my huge mishmash lunch. We have gone for a piece of toast. I ditched the lentil idea because I thought it would be a better idea to use the bread because it needs to be eaten and there's some of it left and it's fresh. So I put the bread with some wild garlic pesto and then I fried up the tofu, mushroom, onion, garlic with some curry powder and some soy sauce, oh, and a chili, and lemon juice, and then I've just topped it with some seeds and some coriander, and it's very steamy. I'm interested to see if mixing the curry powder with the wild garlic pesto will be weird. I don't see why it would be. I think it would just add extra flavour, but I don't know, I should have got a knife and fork to eat this. This is too big to eat with your hands. I'm not going to eat this with my hands, but I'll do it just for this. Also, as I didn't have breakfast, this is kind of breakfasty. Yummy. Alex is stealing my food. He's copying me.
Sorry.
You're copying me.
Sorry.
It was very good.
I just need to sieve out the mushrooms.
That's so good for you. I was just listening to Tim Spector's book and he was saying how...
I don't know who that is.
He's a doctor. He talks about gut health and food. Do not leave the mushrooms. Eat them.
I'm not having all of that.
Why not? It's half. It'll fill you up. Well, you don't have to, but...
Oh, apparently I have to.
It'll be a bit of a pointless amount to leave. He was saying how good mushrooms are for vitamin D.
Bonk.
Good evening. Just got back from the gym. And Alex is cooking dinner. He's made dal. So excited. Well, yellow lentils with cumin. This is from this book, which I really recommend. I will link it because it's one of my favourite cookbooks. Vegan Rich's Indian Kitchen. I'm yet to try something from this book that wasn't amazing. So this is Sindhi mung dal, and it's got yellow lentils. Yum. Can you smell it? No, you can't. Why did I say that? That's hilarious. Looks great. Got a rice there. I wish we had naan. Though Alex is making a focaccia. It's in the fridge, ready for tomorrow. We're trying a different recipe. It was one on TikTok, so I will link the TikTok if I can. Can you link TikToks? Yeah, you can. I'll link the TikTok because it came up on my TikTok and I said to him, try this because it's a bit different from the one we tried before and it's quite helpful because it's a very visual video and she describes in detail exactly how to do every step. The one before was from the bread making course we went on, and I've got a recipe on my website, so I'll link that as well. We went to this bread making course and he taught us how to make focaccia one way. And obviously when you go home, and I've tried it again and again, and I've written it up as a recipe based on what he taught us, but there are hundreds of ways to make focaccia probably, and lots of different methods, so we thought we'd give this one a go just to compare. When's dinner?
You have 11 minutes left on your 20-minute timer.
The only issue with this recipe is it's an American cookbook. So Alex used tomato puree, as in English tomato puree. And I think that Americans call tomato puree tomato paste. And I think tomato puree, what she means here, like a cup of tomato puree, that would be a whole tube. I think she means this. So like blended, like chopped tomatoes, like chopped passata. So Alex added quite a lot of tomato puree and it's gone very orange. Oh, you also added the coconut milk because it's very spicy. But yeah, it's so funny when you look at recipes that aren't English, the difference in foods can be confusing. Because I only realised because of this, because it says 1.5 cups of chopped tomato coarsely blended, which is what passata is. Oh well. That has come out a beautiful colour as a result of all the tomato puree, you know.
Yeah.
Feast for the eyes. Do we want mango chutney?
Oh, yeah.
And lime and chilli?
Oh. Yes, please.
This looks great. It's going to be boiling. Gosh, it's still hot even with the coconut milk. That is yum though.
At least it made 4 portions. I think
So good.
Without the coconut milk, it might not have been as much. Have it tomorrow.
Yummy. We just got a delivery at 9:35 on a Friday. Is anyone else getting deliveries at crazy times of the day? Because same. We had a delivery once at 6 AM on a Sunday, and I genuinely thought it was the police coming to tell me that all my family had died. Like, I was like, came to the door and I was like, hi. And it was a delivery guy and he was like, oh, I've got a delivery for for Madeleine, and I was like, it's very early. I don't understand. Is this the new? This is a new thing. Anyway, I got delivery from Yum, the real mochi, and this is vegan, authentic mochi made in Japan. Vegan friendly, made in Japan. Oh my god, this is very cool. Alex, can you come do a taste test? Wow. Mango. I wonder if they've melted a bit. Look at these. These look so beautiful. Oh, Alex. Lemon. Is that, no, that's not lemon. That's yuzu. Matcha. Chocolate. White peach. Which one do you want to try? I want to try the mango.
Sakura, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, so I'll try it.
It's beautiful. I wonder they may be a bit melted because obviously they've been delivered to us. Oh, they're so satisfying. Why is it so satisfying? Like, it's like this little perfect little bundle of joy.
Good? Oh, that's nice.
Oh my gosh. 1 for 1. Oh my god. That one, we definitely had this in Thailand or something similar. Or it has a taste of Asian fruit that you don't have in the UK.
Very nice.
Thank you so much. Can you buy this? If you can buy this somewhere online, I will link it, because that is the best mochi I've ever eaten. It's very different to the stuff that you just get in the supermarket. That tasted like if you were in a restaurant, didn't it? He's gone. That dough, oh, that tastes like restaurant pudding. Whoever came up with the idea of mochi, the dough, is it ice cream inside? It's a dessert inside. Thank you so much, and that ends today's video. I also enjoyed my favourite pudding, which is the M&S raspberry ice lollies. Also their coconut and lime ones are 10 out of 10, and I'm obsessed with them. And I had a bag of popcorn, a little one, because I picked those up when I came home after the gym, because I got some, I went to go get cling film for Catcher. And they didn't have any. Oh well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I apologise. I'm second guessing myself if this video was different and boring and there weren't enough recipes and stuff, because obviously usually I'm trying to share recipes with you and show you in detail and talk you through it and stuff, and you know, recipes I've got on my website. This was more of a just use everything up and share it, because you do request that. A lot of you do request that when I talk about trying to get rid of things from the pantry or using foods up and food waste and stuff. You do request this video, so I hope it was okay. I'm working on something at the minute that's taking up a lot of my time, so I was trying to film it in between, and I hope it wasn't too like meh, but maybe it's fine, and I'm learning more and more that you just all like me showing up as me and being normal, because we're all normal people, and there's too much of the, you know, people online doing the extreme stuff. So I'm just gonna be normal. So hope you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you wanna see more, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.